founder and CEO of TBCA Soft. Also, I co-chair the CPSG construction together with SoftBank. And I'm going to introduce my partner, Takeshi.
Yes, my name is Takeshi Fukuizumi. I'm coming from SoftBank Corporation. I'm in the technology division and researching on blockchain technology almost 5 years. So I explain a little bit about the project partnering with TBCA Soft today.
Thank you. So we have 14 minutes to explain what we're going to do. So we are going to talk about blockchain on telecom. So first of all, we need to understand the blockchain is to create the trust among trusted parties. So the most important attribute for any blockchain is how trustworthy it is. So most of people knows that the blockchain is just a form of a database with consensus among multiple parties. In Bitcoin, there are miners. In different blockchains, there are different other things to create a consensus. No one holds the source of the truth of the data. It's determined by the consensus. So the quality of consensus is very important. So let's look at the first implementations of blockchain, which is Bitcoin. The Bitcoin consensus is determined by the hash power. You know the hash power means the speed you can solve a puzzle. In the very beginning, the Bitcoin network was very distributed. Everyone has a small machine to do the mining, but when the Bitcoin price increases, that becomes a business. Whenever that becomes a business, people are smart to fully utilize, optimize the business. They do mining pool together. So the biggest mining pool, they contribute 91.1% of the mining power. Also, that means they control 19% of the consensus. So as you can see, it only takes 4 parties to make 51% consensus. If you own Bitcoins, raise your hand, please. Thank you very much. You better trust those 4 people. They define how many Bitcoins you have because they own the consensus. From geographical locations, that the consensus distributions, 81% of the hash power were in China. China offers very cheap electricity, which is very friendly to the miner. So if you're a miner, you need to go to the places that you can run cheap. Czech Republic also have very good price for the electricity. Iceland, they offer free air conditioning to cool the servers. You just open the door. So naturally, people go that way. So the conclusion is, the Bitcoin blockchain is not that distributed. So if next time people say, you know what, Bitcoin is distributed, you can tell him how distributed Bitcoin is. So this is Bitcoin. Let's look at another blockchain, Ethereum. Ethereum tried to solve the problems. Ethereum did solve many problems of Bitcoin. However, goes to the consensus, they are like this. It's even fewer. The three pools control the consensus. So that goes to what we are doing. We are advocating cross-carrier blockchain. The first problem we want to solve is to define the quality of the consensus. So,
yeah, Mr. Lee mentioned about mining power and who makes consensus. I will touch about who makes the connection between blockchain world and real world. So I feel like, imagine it's a kind of castle in the sky. Some people believe in Bitcoin and some want to escape from Bitcoin, but we need to rely on the connection, sometimes untrustworthy entities. It's cryptocurrency exchange entities. So we need trustworthy connection between blockchain world and real world. So we need trusted consensus providers. Also, secure architecture layers to connect between blockchain layer and real world layer. And also we have to establish consortium governance. So telecom, we can do that. So we started a cross-carrier blockchain study group consortium 1.5 years ago, where blockchain lies on the telecom infrastructure, and each blockchain node is hosted by each telco carrier. So where blockchain layer is not exposed to internet, so mobile application can access to blockchain only via some APIs that is securely managed by telecom operators. So blue one is a real world, which has real customer data and bank account, phone number, credit card number. And blockchain layer has a blockchain address. So the connection between phone number and blockchain address is certified by each telecom operator. So we carefully designed that kind of system architecture to design this consortium. So we started this consortium 1.5 years ago successfully. Around 15 members are joining this consortium. So as a summary, telecom operator can make a trustworthy blockchain platform where many types of applications can enjoy blockchain platform via APIs. So now consortium members are partnering with TBCS Ops. So do you have some comment about this?
Thank you. So after we build a trusted consensus among trusted party, which is the telco you have seen, so we know who are running consensus, we can start building the high quality platform. In addition, because we're building the high quality network, so we can choose more efficient algorithms to provide high performance, high secure, and high reliable blockchain platform together with international carriers. So that's the first step. And in addition, we don't do ICO, we don't do initial coin offering. We do not really rely on cryptocurrencies. You probably heard the news. There's a young CEO who died at age 30. He lost $180 million cryptocurrencies. His family, his wife, family doesn't have the private key. So nobody can access the $180 million. That's only one problem of digital currencies. So speaking of applications, our vision is once you build a platform, there can be many reliable applications building on this reliable trust. These applications, payment, remittance, identity, IoT, supply chain, and roaming clearance, are the feedback after we talk to more than 40 international carriers. Today, we are going to show two things. One is cross-carrier payment system, handle transactions. Another one called cross-carrier identity system, handle identity. So this is a demonstration of our missions.
CCPS, the cross-carrier payment system. Current payment solutions rely on our payment providers servicing subscribers in their own silo systems. If the consumer and the merchant have different payment solution providers, it can be difficult or impossible to make payments. This is because it needs an expensive and complicated central clearing system to settle the transactions between different payment solution providers. Compared to the current payment solutions, CCPS harnesses the power of the cross-carrier blockchain to provide an efficient and reliable clearing system solution to enable subscribers of different mobile carriers to make transactions. In addition, CCPS is currently deployed at 3 mobile carriers: SoftBank in Japan, LGU Plus in Korea, and Far East Tone in Taiwan at real retail locations. This unique and patented CCPS wallet roaming solution enables its subscribers to use CCPS-compatible wallets while visiting foreign countries without needing to subscribe to another payment solution. Now for a demo of how CCPS works. In this scenario, we follow a Korean tourist traveling to Taipei making purchases using their LGU Plus cross-carrier roaming wallet into the bustling market in search of a boba milk tea from merchants that accept CCPS payments. Ms. Choi from Seoul finds a boba milk tea store that is a merchant of Far East Toe, a member of CBSG, Carrier Blockchain Study Group. She orders a boba milk tea at the store and uses the CCPS wallet to scan the store QR code, enters 35 Taiwan dollars, and clicks confirm. Upon CCPS payment completion, Ms. Choi and the store both receive a notification, and the store employee happily passes the boba milk tea to Ms. Choi. In the near future, CCPS will have integration with existing OTT payment systems. In this video, we see how quickly a visitor to Japan can order a coffee without the need for cash at a PayPay merchant. Mr. Tucker places his order, opens his home carrier's wallet application, and scans a PayPay QR code to complete the transaction. It is that easy and that fast. In the future, imagine a large event where people from different countries use their CCPS wallets serviced by different carriers. They come to the same city, buy tickets, and make purchases from different merchants also serviced by different carriers. The mobile carriers will be using blockchain to change the way people make transactions around the world.
So in this story, we leverage the strength of telecoms. We link them together. You don't need to exchange your currencies to cryptocurrencies. You use your home wallet. You don't need to download the local wallets to do the purchase. You just bring the same thing using the wallet application you like. And I would like Takeshi to explain.
You could see the logo, PayPay. PayPay is a QR code-based payment service provider in Japan that started last year. So it's not commercialized yet, but we are planning to connect it to CBSG network. So telco can be a trustworthy entities, but sometimes we are not good at creating attractive mobile applications. We failed many times. So we have to invite many application service providers and OTT players into it. But we have to avoid they touch directly to the blockchain core. So we created a gateway to connect to the OTT. So by connecting via only one gateway, PayPay merchant can connect to all tourists joining CBSG. And all merchants will connect to PayPay payer easily. That is the concept.
Okay, the next thing we'll, yes, please.
Can I ask a question?
Yes.
How do exchange rates work on that system?
Oh, okay.
If I may.
Okay, so the slide, we handle inter-carrier clearing and settlement. So for the foreign exchange, it can be done two ways. First, the carrier decided to exchange for you. They can do that. When the market becomes mature, this particular blockchain can be a very efficient foreign exchange facility. That's two steps. Does that make sense? Thank you. For the identity, same thing. So in the previous cases, you see we connected silo systems. Right now, as of today, the payment system is a silo. I went to Shanghai last year. It was so convenient to use Alipay. So I was convinced to download the Alipay application. But then I find out I have no money to spend. I cannot connect to Alipay. I don't have a bank account in China. So I cannot use it. It's so convenient. But once we have that, we are connected all together. The next thing is about identity. So identity, privacy information is very, very critical. Usually, there are privacy firewalls that protect your information in one particular silo. You cannot share with the other one. Again, that's a silo. But when you travel to Spain, Barcelona, you want to register with GSMA, what do? You disclose your personal information to GSMA voluntarily. And when you go to another city, you disclose your personal information again. At the end of the day, your personal information is everywhere, even though they have a law to protect your privacy information, but you volunteer to share. Who to blame? We don't think you need to do that. You should be able to have your privacy information protected in one location you know, and leverage zero privacy zero knowledge proof that done by cross-carrier identity system to verify the identity. So that's the press release we announced together with SoftBank on Tuesday. We launched a CCIS system to handle these problems. You want to talk about the consortium?
Please.
Okay, so in 2017, SoftBank and DDCA, we launched a consortium. We know we cannot change the world by only two companies. We need to link all carriers together. So we have the consortiums to promote this concept. We are open to all the carriers. So this consortium facilitates technical, business, and regulatory dialogues. As of today, we have this many telco join. We announce new member twice a year in February during MWC Barcelona, and another time between MWC Shanghai and MWC America. So right now, we do not draw the United States, which is covered by Sprint, but we cover these countries so far. Only 1.3 billion subscribers, meaning we only cover 25%. We still have 75% to work on. We believe this is our chance to win the battle. The ARPU is going down. I'm a Taiwanese. I remember when I traveled to the United States for my degree in California, I spent $200 every month international phone call. Call my mom for $20, $180 for my girlfriend. But today, I'm not going to pay more than $20 a month. If I got on a phone bill, I will call T-Mobile. You must be doing something wrong. So it's inevitable. It's difficult to charge people by sending message, but you can. People are willing to pay when you transfer the values. So this solution allows telco to transfer values. So you can increase your value by transfer values. So the summary, CPSG, right now we are the largest and fastest growing blockchain consortium in the world. We provide the cross-carrier blockchain platform. We also have a pilot program. We will guide all the carriers through this cross-carrier blockchain study. And the last, CPSG consortium will help all the carriers and partners to change the world together. Thank you. Thank you for your time.